This is the last of a four-part series about medical marijuana and the ongoing attempt to pass legislation allowing it in South Carolina. Please see the previous ones if you haven't already. One of the most serious arguments against medical marijuana is that there already exist FDA-approved drugs that contain THC to handle conditions that patients are seeking treatment for. One example McCravey gave was Epidiolex for seizures. Forgive me if I mispronounced it, I'm not a doctor. However, this drug is only prescribed for two very rare forms of epilepsy, which doesn't apply to the young girl from the first video. And then there's the $32,000 annual price tag. He also mentions there's no real science behind the efficacy of medical cannabis. Maybe the National Library of Medicine is a disreputable liberal rag, but they published a study showing, quote, in adults with chronic pain, patients who were treated with cannabis or cannabinoids are likely to experience a clinically significant reduction in pain symptoms. All of the counter arguments to medical marijuana are so easily dismissed. What it boils down to is a fear of abuse and a belief that it's a gateway drug. Somehow I doubt this 11-year-old angel I opened this series with is in danger of moving on to hardcore drugs or becoming a dealer herself. There's this belief that if something can be abused, then it should be taken away from everybody. If, despite all the controls and rules and penalties put into this bill, someone somewhere might abuse the system, then you don't get to have the system. We see the same logic applied to voting, don't we? Somebody might abuse secure drop boxes, so away with them. Someone might abuse financial aid programs, so cut them. Somehow the opposite is true with gun safety legislation, but that's a discussion for another day. Talk with you again tomorrow.